people, if they're never living their life, they never get a chance to understand who they are and what they are, I think it's a wasted life. Why don't we like who we are? You don't want to do you're very aware this is going to put me in the wrong direction. I don't want to go that direction. You only want to improve yourself and you want to understand yourself.
Well, from what I can remember from the day I was born, it was always hard times, welfare, not much food, no money, crime-infested neighborhoods, murders, pimps, prostitutes, drugs, and it was survival of the fittest. And me and my sister got caught up in the street life. So I was bullied a lot as a kid. Some bully grabbed one of my pigeons and ripped his head off, and that was the first time I ever got into a fight. And I kind of like won. I was young, like 9, but I kind of like won. And I like fighting ever since because it gave me attention. And that was like everybody knew me from that incident. And so after that, older kids would bring other kids from different neighborhoods around my neighborhood, and they would pay us to fight each other, and that's how I started fighting. I probably had, in my life I probably had 400 fights. I've been drugs since I was 9 years old. I started getting into a lot of trouble. By the time I was 12, I was arrested probably 40 times. Yeah. Everybody in the juvenile and the police department knew my name.
Back then?
Cocaine, marijuana, alcohol, liquor. Because when I was younger, my mother, who wasn't educated on drugs and alcohol, even though she'd been in college, in order to perhaps get me to go to sleep, I was making a lot of noise. And so eventually they sent me away, and I was in this place. They sent me there for 2 years. And so I'm there, and eventually I get shipped away to another reformatory upstate New York, and I meet this gentleman named Bobby Stu, who's a former professional fighter. And every weekend he started, he would box with the kids. And then one particular day he boxed me, and he beat the but I took the beating. He hit me in the stomach. I fell down. I got back up, but he kept beating the out of me. But I took it, and he thought that was a badge of courage. And then eventually I was, 13 then. I became too good. They said, this is what you're going to do. You're going to be heavyweight champ. You're going to win the Olympics. You're going to win the gold medal. You're going to do this. And you're going to become heavyweight champ. You're going to be this and that. And I didn't want him to think I was afraid. 16 when my mother died.
Yeah.
My mother died of cancer. I was bitter, and I took it out on other people. I took it out on myself, and I didn't know how to deal with any adversity at that degree, at that particular time in my life. I never experienced love. My love was hurting people. Yeah. The more people I hurt, the more love I receive. Oh man, in all due respect, this is just my mission is just to destroy everyone. And as I got older in life, I had to deal with demons with that. I felt I was that kind of person that really my objective was just to hurt people as much as possible. Yeah. What love done once I became involved with my wife and we started having kids. And even though I had children before, I'd never been in a relationship when I was totally dedicated to. Just like I wasn't fighting to be the best fighter I could, I wanted to be the best father and the best husband I could totally become. Yes. Yeah, and I have no perspective of myself. I just looked at my idol, Jack Dempsey, all these guys, Kid Jockler, and I watched what they did. I watched what they said. Sometimes I said things that are really crude. You know what I mean? That's ironic sometimes, but I said because my hero said so. I would tell people that these guys are kids, I'm immortal, they can never beat me, how dare them challenge. And I would just say all these dreadful things. That's because when I had a low self-esteem. Yeah. I would always talk down about others. I'll kill you next time. Yeah. And it was just all because I was afraid of losing. My whole life lived with off my ego. Just I was a megalomaniac with a low self-esteem. If you said something, I always say I'm nobody. But if it's something I wanted to accomplish, I'm the greatest. I'm a god. I could accomplish something. But as far as my perspective on myself, I'm even though I'm making all the money in the world, but look at me, my mother, my father, they're sex workers. What the who am I? I'm a piece of I'm the highest paid athlete in the world. I'm the baddest man so-called on the planet. But that's the low self-esteem that I guess that I received. I look at myself as nothing. I'm just pale, and I'm willing to do anything to myself to improve to be the best. I'm willing to sacrifice my body. I'm willing to sacrifice my psychological health to just be the best in the world. Sometimes you have to sacrifice your life for a marriage or sacrifice your life for a goal you want to accomplish, and that's the goal the rules that I've always taken is to sacrifice and be objective.
You fall down 100 times, you get up 100 times. You learn 100 lessons.
We have to understand we're stronger than we anticipate that we are. We're a lot stronger than we believe we are. And by believing in yourself, you know what I mean, you can overcome the most darkest moments. It's all about the belief you have in yourself, not about what other people believe in you. It's about what you believe in yourself. That's what people need. People need to believe there's hope for a better life out there. Going through tough times and adversity, if I would have gave up or did something ridiculous or gotten involved in fights with cops like I used to do and got shot or killed or something, I would have never realized this beautiful life. I never allowed myself to be a friend with my friends, and those situations have changed. My wife, my children, we all had this communal bond where we love each other, where it wasn't like that at first, and I couldn't be doing any better, you know. Hey, because I couldn't trust myself, I had to be able to trust myself. You know, I had to learn to love myself. Guys from the past can no longer project anything kindly to my future. So he had to die, and I had to be a different person. I have compassion, less compassionate for my fellow mankind. You know, I have more compassion with him. I don't look at them, when I look at him now, I don't look at him as competition, of thinking of him being dead or hurt or something. It's all about love. You know what I mean? I think about loving him, I think about holding him, I think about helping him, making his life better, giving him a better point of view of life.
Yeah.
It's just, life is beautiful, you know? And I never had time to really absorb that. You know, it's really beautiful. Life at its worst is really beautiful.